Hello, the doc is in, and welcome back to another chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 215. Oh boy. Coming off the last chapter, Sukuna and Itadori go head to head. Itadori, he's out here for the smoke. He's been in situations similar to this before where he's let his mind crack under the pressure, and he's decided this time is not going to be the same. And he starts going at it with Sukuna, and Sukuna realizes as he's going at it with Itadori, he's like, dang, Itadori kind of strong though, I'm not even gonna lie. Then he's like, wait, nah, he should be like dead. I should be able to kill him pretty easily. There's something else wrong. And then he realizes that Megami's fighting back against his, murderous intent, and stopping him from using all his cursed energy to literally obliterate Yuji. And so Yuji decides to punch him in the face. End of last chapter. In this chapter, we pretty much pick up right where that ends off, but we get a little spot for it as the chapter begins. So we get to see that at the same time Yuji's about to go on his walk of willpower and willpower alone, Kenjaku and Urame are on their way in a giant yokai fish to the location to go get Sukuna. And yeah, that's definitely gonna not be a problem during this chapter, not at all. Anyway, like I said, right where we picked off, Itadori is throwing the punch, punked Sukuna in the face, and he's like, and Sukuna's like, geez, okay, so I guess Megami's reducing my cursed energy output. That's not great. Hopefully it's not too bad, like nothing under 10%, I hope. Oh well, going on. And he's just like, much of either way, I guess we'll just be throwing hands now. And he's like, wait, Maki's inbound, hand on sword, strutting in cowboy style, no hats or tumbleweed. It's serious business that's about to go on. And so Yuji catches Maki up to speed, and he's just like, kill him, he won't die. And Sakuto's like, hey, she didn't die from the Noi lightning strike attack, and she pulled up on me and I didn't even notice her. She's serious business. And they just start going fucking at it. She throws in a kick, Yuji tries to get back inbound, but I think he gets slapped in the face, I'm pretty sure. And Maki and Sukuna have a little bit of back and forth, a little back hand to hand. Maki gets some hits in, fucking crazy, alright? When they said Toji was top tier, they ain't lie. Maki gets a hit in, pushes him into a guardrail, bends a guardrail. Yuji follows up the guardrail move, and tries to wrap Sukuna in it. And Sukuna's so unimpressed that instead of trying to break out of the guardrail, he looks Itadori dead in the eye. He's like, you really are so very dull. And Maki follows up by kicking the shit out of him while he's dropped in the guardrail into a building, right? And so Sukuna steps out unfazed by this little torrent of attacks he's gotten, and Maki and Yuji have a little bit of a talk, a little bit of game plan talk. So Maki's basically like, well, hey, we gotta stop this guy, like, by any means necessary. We want to try to capture him, but hey, any means necessary. So we gotta kill him. Yuji, we're gonna talk about it at the end, but Yuji's just like, I bet. And Maki also ponders whether Soul Liberation Braid would stop Sukuna from healing, which is an interesting point. It's technically a defense neg. It attacks the soul, so theoretically maybe you shouldn't be able to reverse curse technique that, but who knows. And so Maki then says, hey, if we're about to do this, we're gonna have to up the speed. You ready for that? And Yuji's just like, yes ma'am. And so they come inbound. Sukuna's on the move. Yuji and Maki are on the move. They catch up to him. They go in with the double attack, basically. It seems like, in my head at least, Maki wants to go in with a slice, and Yuji is just throwing punches, gets a kidney shot. They're double teaming Sukuna, and Sukuna's like, you can't double team the GOAT, and he blocks all their attacks. Then, I guess he feels a little bit overwhelmed, he decides to use a technique, not a new curse technique. This is not like the fire rose arrow. This is a separate thing. What he does is that he uses cleave, I guess you could say a special maneuver of the technique, Spider's thread, destroys the whole ground, and then gets back at Maki and socks her right in the jaw, right? And so then start DBZ jumping around, all right? Maki just took a punch from Sukuna right in the jaw, spit out some blood, and said, "Let's get it." Shit's crazy, all right? They get to the area they're at right now, right? They stop. Sukuna's turns to his left. He's like, "That's my dog." Yuji and Maki turn to their right, and they see, oh boy, maximum output. Dead. Calm. Frozen. The whole area. Done. It's finished. It's ice. It's calm now. We're chilling. And so Sukuna's like, "Man, not bad, Urame." Urame's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I intervened in your battle and everything. I didn't want to be too much of a problem. Also, I didn't freeze Yuji too much. I didn't know if he wanted to do anything with him. But I did stop the girl." Sukuna's like, "You don't have to worry about the kid. Kill the kid. But the girl, it's a good thing you put a lot of focus on her, because she's a little different. She's not one of them. She's one of my people." But Sukuna's like, "Alright, we gotta fix this body. We're gonna be out of here. Summons Noi, prepare the bath." And Urame's like, "Not to worry, my guy. Bath's already on point. Let's get going right now." And so they're about to be off, but Yuji breaks the ice because, as mentioned, Urame did not put a lot of ice next to him, didn't quite, immobilize him. And he's yelling Sukuna's name, he's running at them, and Urame's like, "Should I kill him?" And he's like, No, don't worry about it. I like looking at him suffer." And so he just stares at his face, right? We get like Itadori looking like super like desperate, and they just start laughing. They're like, "Oh, he looks just like that guy from Harama." And it's just basically just making fun of how depressed he is. It's just like, damn, that's crazy. End of chapter. Oh boy, so much stuff. So going backwards, right? Sukuna's gonna get his body back. There's just nothing to do. Maki, who would be the only one who I really would foresee like catching up to them, is frozen. So she's gonna need to be broken out. Yuji has no shot. Sukuna's gonna get his body back, or he's gonna take full control of Megami's body. Something's gonna happen. That's become a separate problem. Going backwards is also the mention of like him looking like somebody else. Now, that doesn't automatically mean it's relevant to his lineage in any significant manner, but it is possible. It's definitely a line thrown in there that could lead to something, but it also could just be a throwaway line where it's just like, oh yeah, he looks like somebody else who they absolutely did treacherous behavior to, who then looked all desperate to try to stop them, and they thought it was hilarious. So yeah, that's that. Moving on from there, as mentioned, it seems the bath is already ready, so they're just gonna get straight into the bath once they get over to the area, which shouldn't be too long because I mean they're flying there once again. But it is also interesting because, as we saw in the beginning of the chapter, Urame and Kenjaku got there together. We only saw Urame this time, so that means next chapter there isn't going to be a full recovery by our people. So it's not going to be like, oh well, let's get together our forces and we'll just go straight at them. Maybe not. Kenjaku's here too. He has his own plan going on, and he might just activate it now. So that's definitely a thing that's happening. Going further backwards, Maki versus Toji. Maki versus Sukuna. Peak. This right here. People have been waiting to see this. Now, it's not the perfect 1v1, but it's good enough. It's good enough for me. This I'm happy with. Those were hands thrown. They were keeping up. Shit was about to get wiggity. But nonetheless, Urame intervened, so it's fine. Maki probably will end up being fine at the end of the day, and especially if Yuji helps break her out of the ice, she'll be fine. Then going further back, there's the little technique thing. Not too crazy. Obviously, it's not a separate curse technique. He says cleave Spider's thread, so it's a cleave technique. Yeah. There was something else to mention. Oh, the Yuji personality change. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This might be real. Now, Yuji does mention that Sukuna won't die. On the other hand, Yuji just said to just kill Sukuna / Megumi outright. He doesn't even question it. He's in for it. Maki's like, well, we might have to kill him, and doesn't even hesitate. He's just like, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. I was way ahead of you. Let's get to it. So I'm like, this might be interesting. Now, given it's Sukuna's put him through a lot. So, I mean, let's put it that way. But on the other hand, that is Megumi's body. Previous Yuji probably would have hesitated way more than this. So, whether it's the cog talking or a new mentality talking, yeah, this chapter is it's serious business. Nonetheless, that's pretty much it for this chapter. I cannot wait for the next chapter because there's no break. He keeps cooking. He won't stop serving dishes, and they all slap. And so I can't wait for the next one. Next chapter, I assume things are going to slow down a little bit, but Kenjaku's still inbound. So Lord knows what's about to go down next chapter. But that is it for this week. Hope you guys come back in for next week. Thanks for watching. The dog is out. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe and watch the videos on the right. Other than that, the doc is out. Bye.